Hi guys, I'm back with another video today. This is probably the shortest time span in between two videos that I've ever posted. So I guess that's something. In the last video I posted, despite it being posted in April, it was actually filmed in February. The magic of time slipping away. So since then I've read quite a few books, and also since we've been staying at home, I've been reading a lot more. So I thought I would share books to read in quarantine. I don't know if that's gonna be in the frame, but it's worth a shot. So, since we all have more time right now, hopefully you're staying at home and doing your part, and if not, thank you for being an essential worker or being stupid. I'm not sure. It could be either of the two. Hopefully you're an essential worker if you're going out and doing things, and we thank you for that and for providing us with the necessary services that we need. If you're not and you have a lot more time on your hands to be reading right now, here are some recommendations that might help you lift your spirits or scare you, and maybe you can just lose yourself in a book instead of stressing and reading the news. The first one I'm going to recommend is, and these are all books that I've read in the past 5 to 6 weeks, so they're my own quarantine recommendations. The first one is Summer Sisters by Judy Blume. This book, I'm not like a Judy Blume fan. I actually don't think I've read anything by her before, but this is a good summer book because from the title you can tell it follows two girls throughout summers of their life, and they become friends in grade school, and then as they grow up, they become, they just grow up together. And it's very interesting to see how their life changes throughout the years and how they stay friends with their summer friends over the years, and how their lives vastly diverge and how they each handle those things. So it's very character driven, but it was very entertaining, and I didn't know where it was gonna go, didn't know really what the plot was gonna be about. But overall, it was really easy to lose myself in. It was very atmospheric and kind of transports you to the beach if that's where you want to be right now instead of at your house. The next one I'm going to recommend is The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. So this is a pretty popular book. It's a little bit, it's not chick lit per se, but it is fluffy, very lighthearted. It's about two people who end up sharing a flat. And the female main character has it during the evening hours because she works a full-time day job, and the male main character has it during the daytime hours because he works the night shift as a nurse. So it's very rom-com, as you can imagine. Emotions unfurl, and there are a few veins of deeper plot. Not much, but still enough that it gives it some substance and you want to keep reading to know what happens. And overall, it was just lighthearted and good escapism. Okay, this book that I'm going to recommend is called Such a Fun Age, and it's by Kiley Reid. And this book is so good. If I could recommend one book from this list, it would be this one. It is more mature, it has more mature content in it, but if you are in the mood for something a little more substantial that will definitely capture your attention, this is it. This book follows a main character who, it actually follows two female main characters. One of them is a nanny, and one of them is the mother of the children that the other character nannies. So basically at the beginning of the book, this isn't a spoiler because I'm pretty sure it says it on the back of the book. I don't know, I read it on my Kindle, so I don't know what the back of the book looks like. I'm assuming it says it on the back of the book, but it follows this event that happens where the nanny takes her child that she nannies to a grocery store, and the nanny is a woman of color and the child is white, and so she has this child with her, and somebody becomes suspicious and reports her to the store security, and they have to come and investigate. Well, they don't have to come, they do come, they investigate, and they confront her and humiliate her publicly, and it becomes this whole big ordeal. And the book follows the nanny's employer and how she handles those emotions of guilt. If one book out of this list is character driven, it's this one, because despite that event being the catalyst for all of the rest of the book, it follows these two women and how they are so different, and every chapter will leave you thinking one of them is in the wrong, and then the next one you think the other one's in the wrong. Really, you sympathize for both of the main characters, and even in the end, you're still not sure which one was technically in the right. I guess it just kind of plays on the fact that nobody is completely in the right or wrong. There's black and white to both stories. Lastly, I'm gonna recommend a thriller, and it is You Are Not Alone by Greer Hendricks. So I think I had tried to read another Greer Hendricks thriller and couldn't really get into it, but I might try that again because this book was so good. Such a good thriller. I could not put it down. It follows a main character who lives in New York City. She's kind of down on her luck, which is kind of a theme in thrillers. So if you're down on your luck, keep an eye out. You might be murdered, I don't know. But she doesn't know what career path she wants to take. She's in love with her roommate, and it's just a sticky situation. And one day she's traveling somewhere, she gets on the subway, or she's going to the subway station, and she sees another young woman commit suicide and jump in front of the train tracks. So that sets off this series of events that changes her life, and she ends up becoming friends with this woman who died, her friends. And honestly, it's just mind-blowing what happens. These friends are not actually friends. They have ulterior motives. It leaves you guessing until the end, and it was so good because this was a well-paced thriller because the whole book was very suspenseful, kept you wanting to read, super entertaining, and then the end was just mind-blowing. So the whole thing was a thrill ride. And it was just super entertaining. If you want a book that you can't put down, this is perfect for that. And it's also not scary to the point where I couldn't read it when it was dark outside, because I've read those and I don't like them. And well, I do. I keep going back, I can't help it. But this one is just one of those books that is so suspenseful in nature, but not necessarily horror, not necessarily scary. I wasn't ever really scared during reading it. It was just enough action and mystery to keep you reading. So out of all the books, I'd probably recommend, wait, did I say I'd recommend the other one the most? I recommend them all, or else I wouldn't be making this video. So if you have any good quarantine book recommendations, let me know, because reading is a perfect form of self-care in this time if that's what helps you decompress and relax like it does me. I'm gonna continue reading, and hopefully you will too. Thanks for watching. Bye.